business you belong to. You have the biggest corporation in the world or just a one-man show. They're going to do business with people they know, like, and trust, and that is you. People don't do business with a logo. They don't do business with a corporate brand. It's all about you.
And we've seen some crazy pictures out there on LinkedIn. So make sure, in fact, one of our presentations that we do, we have a picture of a guy sitting in a bathtub with a scar in his mouth, Don't put a picture like that up on LinkedIn. I know it seems like far out, but trust me, I have seen pictures that's a little extreme, but I have seen pictures out on LinkedIn that are very similar to this. So what you want to make sure, in other words, don't do a selfie. Have an attractive headshot picture of you smiling. Smiling is a great way to make people feel welcome. So if you're smiling, it allows people to really visualize you and remember you, and it gives that personal touch.
Gives a personal touch. It pulls your cheeks up. It opens your eyes. Mm-hmm. It just takes your whole body when you're smiling and just changes the whole context to the cells and vibrations that are in your body. And so you want to take that, and that's what you want to transmit. And you can transmit that through almost any medium.
Mm-hmm. And you want to make sure it's a picture of yourself. Rich and I on Facebook, on our social radio show page, we have a picture of both of us together, with the headsets on, just kind of having fun in the studio. But on LinkedIn, you really want to have a picture of yourself. And if it's a picture of you, because I'm asked this a lot, does it have to be a picture that I go to a studio or have a professional photographer take, et cetera, et cetera? You want it to be natural, and you really want it, so if having a professional picture, if you have a great photographer, definitely do that, but make sure it's still welcoming. In other words, that it's not touched up and, it's genuine. I guess that's the word I want to use. But you can have if you work in a certain uniform and you want to have that uniform on, I know I've shared or had a picture of myself with my headsets on in my LinkedIn. I'm going to go to my LinkedIn page right here. I don't even know what I change it out so often, so I'm not even sure. Okay. Yeah, actually it is a picture of me right now sitting with the microphone in front of me. So, but I will change this out every once in a while. But that's me doing what I do, which is educating and teaching, and I'm on the radio show and doing some speaking and such. So that represents who I am. It was not taken by a professional photographer. I think you probably took that.
More than likely. But that's okay, because LinkedIn is still a social site. Yes, we want to have a little bit better tonality than we would on Facebook, but the thing is, you still have to get people to reach out and touch you, because we can't necessarily on LinkedIn reach out and grab somebody. I know we can look people up and we can ask them to do this or that and join us, but at the same token, those don't always come through because we're trying to meet new people. And when you're out networking, a lot of times you're going to be in front of new people. So when you look at that, and you're out at a business networking event or mixer, when you pick up those business cards and instead of putting a rubber band around them and putting them in the drawer, and 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 months later you go, who are these people? And they go into the can. Get up on LinkedIn. Find out who they are. Ask to connect. Ask them to then come back to you. Start a conversation with them. It's a networking site. And yes, it's different. And yes, it's not as fast because we're not all on the internet at the same time. We're not all present at that moment. But we all respond in due kind the next time we're on that site, whether it's today or tomorrow or a week from now. It doesn't matter. You have an opportunity that you've placed out there for somebody that can come back in, and you pull them into you. And now it's just up to your business abilities. For sure. And I know that a lot of businesses are focused on, how they're found in search engines, especially through Google and such. And when you have a LinkedIn profile and people are looking for you individually, because a lot of times people will
remember, meeting you, and they'll go online and just kind of put in your name. And so I find that a lot of times when I do that, I will actually be brought on that first page to their LinkedIn profile, or, so you can go and learn more about them. So that's why you really want to make sure that you have great information in there on your LinkedIn profile. So another area that you really want to focus on in your LinkedIn profile so that you will be found for what you want to be known for is your headline. Now, that headline is actually, to me, the most critical field in your profile. Now, you only have 120 characters. 120. That's less than Twitter. But you have 120 characters to actually place some good keyword-rich content that reflects your industry, the value you bring to your clients, and they should really define you and help people find you in that headline. That headline is what you usually see. It's right up below your name on your LinkedIn profile. You usually, when you look at LinkedIn profiles, you'll see something like president, sales director, marketing director, vice president,
yeah, I mean,
titles.
That's what
titles.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you saying that's not right?
My thinking is, if somebody is looking for a Facebook or LinkedIn consultant or someone that can really help them, and they go to LinkedIn, they're not going to look for a vice president. That's my title, but that's not going to help them. That's not going to reflect.
It's your title. It's not what you do.
Exactly. It's not going to reflect. And this headline is something I change out quite often. Again, 120 characters. So, I mean, how mine reads right now is navigating you through the ever-evolving maze of social media. So, social media is a keyword. I have LinkedIn, Facebook, email, social media strategist. So all of those are different keywords that someone may use to search for me on LinkedIn, because there's that LinkedIn search bar, just like there is on all of the different social networks. So you want to make sure you put in some good rich keywords in there that represent what you do or how you serve others. That's my thought. It's worked for me. And again, change them up. If, go do a search and see where you're coming, or have someone do a search for you, see where you're lining up. You really want to be seen on that first page when somebody does a search in LinkedIn.
Absolutely so. I like to say it, the same way, but, it's all about the deeds that you do for the people that you're connected with.
For sure.
Are you sharing their content? If you want your content shared, do unto others as you would do. Mm-hmm. Okay, so, share other people's content. Help them get expanded. Help them be known more. It's networking. It's the same thing. And if they never do anything to reciprocate, they weren't your client in the first place. But the people that you want will share your information. Mm-hmm. And now you have the beginnings of what could be a really excited relationship. You've got people that will work with you, and together 3 or 4 or 5 of you can build a massive networking event, promoting each other and expanding your reach into totally new dimensions.
Well, and that is so true. I mean, you definitely want to be found. And when somebody finds you, or you're searching for someone and you find them and you connect, what should be one of the first things you do to reach out when you find and actually connect with somebody, or somebody connects with you?
First thing I want to do is I want to get to know them. So I will start asking from the business side, well, you say you're up here. Again, we don't want to use titles, but if somebody said I'm president, secretary, whatever of a company, or I'm a plant manager, or I'm a consultant for this, I would ask them, what do you find passionate about what you do? And really get them to talk about themselves, because until they feel that connection, whatever I want to sell to them, they don't care about. They could care less. But everybody loves to talk about themselves.
Yes, they do. And you really hit spot on with something you just said, is really ask them what is they're passionate about. When you start a conversation with people you connect with, for example, when I reach out to someone that I want to connect with on LinkedIn, I don't just use the default connection. I will actually put a personal note in there and let them know, how I'd like to connect with them, or maybe we met somewhere. I would put something personal. And if I had not met them yet, I might say, I noticed that you are connected with so-and-so. We're both connected with that person. And I really enjoy connecting with like-minded individuals, or whatever. You say something personal, and that's going to really stand out in those invites when someone receives it. Now, when somebody emails me or connects with me, sends me that invite, I do notice if they put a personal note in there. And if they didn't, that's because I don't know any different. That's fine. But I will go look at their profile either way, whether they put a personal note or did not, and I don't know them or don't remember them. I will go look at their personal profile and really review it, see what they do, how we possibly could collaborate, or is there, how we could network, who they're connected with, within my friends, people that work both have connections with, etc. But I learn a little bit about them. So when I do decide to connect with them, and no, I don't connect with everyone, and I will not connect with them if they do not have a picture. First thing I do is I want to look at their picture. I know that people can put fake pictures up there, whatever, but that is something I notice right away. But what I will do then, when I do accept their invitation, I will actually send them a personal note thanking them for reaching out with the LinkedIn invitation and letting them know that I look forward to working with them, or not working, but networking with them, getting to know them more. And at that time, I might even ask something that I saw in their profile, maybe ask them about something specific that I saw, or even just ask a question like you said, what is it that, why do you do what you do?
Yeah. It's just whatever you're comfortable with asking. Ask the question, because that's the conversation starter. Whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, face-to-face networking at a chamber, social event, whatever, it's all about starting a conversation. And whatever you have to do to be remembered after you leave is totally an experience that they're going to remember. And so when you're doing this, it's showtime for you.
I like that. Yeah, it's so true. I know that it takes time.
Well, yes, relationships take time to build. Trust especially takes time to build.
But I know when I first started on LinkedIn, I did not do this. And I can go back, and I've been, working on cleaning up my list and reconnecting with people. And of course, now LinkedIn, I know some people think it's so silly. They now do provide you some things that are happening within your network, that it's their birthday, they've had a new job, they started a new job, or they have a work anniversary. I personally do not think those items are silly. These items allow you to strike up a conversation with someone that you may have never connected with, that you or had a conversation with, you just connected, and there was never any communication. We have to change our mindset when it comes to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a networking site. Do not connect with people that you're not going to communicate with. It's like going into a face-to-face networking event and hiding in a corner. Why would you do that? This is an awesome website, social networking site, platform that allows you to really enrich your network and communicate. And you don't know, we have to, again, it's shifting that mindset. Not everybody's going to do business with us. We're not going to do business with everyone else, but you do not know who they know, and you do not know if you can be the one for them and provide them an opportunity.
Oh, I like the way you said that. But going back to your example, I've got a really strong visual impression of somebody standing in the corner at a networking event. This is the same person that connected with you but hasn't communicated with you. You can just let that person stay there just like you would let the person standing in the corner stay there. and go on and meet somebody else that's more social. But take a moment. Think about it. Go over and connect with them. You